Big up guys. A major apologies that this stream is so late. It was supposed to be 9 o'clock. Well, actually, it's going to be a lot earlier than that as well. I think I was going to do this originally about 6 or so. A lot of things happened, really. So watching the football, of course, I thought I'd try and do it after the football because everyone will be watching that. Villa and Spurs, of course, and Spurs surprisingly won 2-0. I was shocked by that, how they managed to win. I thought Villa would have won that all day long. Very good team, Villa. We all know that. Great manager as well. And I was totally shocked that Spurs won. But that's because we done them a favour, didn't we? Beating West Ham. So, although we didn't mean to. We certainly didn't mean to do Spurs a favour. No fucking way. Why would we do them a favour? Let's be honest. But no, but obviously I got watching that. I got doing other things, watching something else. I totally forgot. It was supposed to be at 9. So apologies everyone that was there was waiting for it to come on. And obviously wasn't coming on. And I apologise. I should have put something out to let everyone know, a post. But unfortunately I didn't get around to it. So be up to you, Harry. Hope you're good, my friend. Hope you're good, buddy. Good evening, Steve. Hope you're all good. Yeah. Cool, man. Cool. Thanks for coming in the live chat. I'll be surprised if anyone else does, but we'll see. Being this late, I don't generally do these streams that late, but I thought I got to. I would have done it maybe tomorrow, but there are probably will be doing another stream or two anyway, like maybe transfer news or whatever. So, but obviously I want to talk about reaction to the game that we actually won for a change. That's brilliant. But also I want to talk about maybe we may be extending Matias Jensen and Rico Henry's contracts. And I'm surprised we've left it this long. Generally, we do tie these up quite quickly, these sort of things. But obviously, it's taken a bit longer. But hopefully that we'll get that sorted out. And I will go into that. I will talk about that as well. Yeah, Harry again there. This European race is going to be close. Exactly. It sure is, man. It sure is. I'm not entirely sure we're going to get it either. I'm not entirely sure we're going to get Europe. So, but yeah, we were 6 for a little while, weren't we? We were 6 after this win against West Ham. And actually, we were very good as well. I mean, they were so unlucky. They hit the bar about 4 times, woodwork about 4 times. Had a goal disallowed. I actually thought they'd done very well in the game. A lot of people will say, well, look, you wallets, West Ham. They were very unlucky as well. So, but a win's a win. We got the win, and that's the main thing, isn't it? And we needed it. We needed 3 points. We got Man City next. So what chance have we actually got of getting anything against them? Not a hell of a chance at all, to be honest. Not a hell of a chance against them, surely. The way they're going, okay, yeah, we could do Arsenal a favour if we beat them, but I can't see that. We got to go to the empty head and get something. No, man, that ain't happening. Although I remember going back, we could say we done the double over them when they were champions one time. I think it was how many seasons ago? 4, 3, 5. I can't remember now, but I know we done the double. I remember that. The only team to do it against them. But I can't see us getting a win. I really can't against City or anything against City. I'd love it if we could, but no chance, really. Anyway, let's get into the preview. I'll do that first. And then, obviously, talk about Jensen and Henry's contracts. If we're going to, we are looking to to extend them. We got the option to do that, as usual. With a lot of these players we've signed, we got the contract extensions. So we'll see. I'm sure we're going to do this. We're going to do the deals, the business. It's going to happen. But anyway, let's talk about this first. Brentford 3, West Ham 0. Thiago scores 25th goal this season in impressive Bees win. Problem is, it's another fucking penalty. That's all this guy scores is fucking penalties. When's he going to score another proper goal from open play? That's what I want to know. And it seems to be something wrong. I don't know why he's not looking like he's ever going to score a goal on, on outfield play. It always seems to be a penalty. I don't get it. I don't know what's wrong there. Yes, he's got all these goals, but why does it have to always be a penalty? A Konstantinos Mavropanos, I suppose you can say penalty's a goal, so it don't matter. A goal's a goal if it's a penalty or what. A Konstantinos Mavropanos own goal, Igor Thiago's 25th goal this season, an exquisite Mikel Damsgaard finish secures 3-0 win for Brentford against West Ham United in Premier League on Saturday. Josh Da Silva also makes first Bees appearance. Brilliant. Yeah, great stuff from him. Great to see him playing. Hooray. About time he got on the pitch and makes first Bees appearance in 822 days. 822 days. Amazing. At G-Tech Community Stadium, head coach Keith Andrews, I love energy from the off. Eagle Thiago scored his 25th goal this season as Brentford beat West Ham United 3-0 at G-Tech Community Stadium in the Premier League. Also, I'm going to talk a bit about Eagle Thiago as well, about all the transfer links surrounding him. He's, there's obviously loads of interest in maybe trying to sign him from other teams, of course. So I'll go into all that as well. A first-half Konstantinos Mavropanos own goal opened the scoring for the Bees, before Thiago's penalty and Mikel Damsgaard's exquisite finish secured the 3 points for the hosts in Saturday's London derby. Keith Andrews named an unchanged starting 11 for the fourth game running, with midfielder Vitalian out on the bench, which was great. I'm glad he was back there on the bench, so brilliant. And returning to a matchday squad for the first time since February. Brilliant. He's back. We got him back at the ideal time, haven't we, these players, really? For the actual last few games, the running, we got, last 4, is it 3 or 4 matches now? So, that's amazing. That's brilliant. So, yes, it's 3 now, isn't it? So, we've got City next, Palace, and then Liverpool. Well, I think Palace and Liverpool are actually winnable, to be honest. I don't think Liverpool are that great. They've had a poor season. They lost today. Okay, they got back to 2-2 against Man United, but still lost 3-2. I think we can do that. I think because we beat them before 3-2, I think we can do them again. I've got a feeling we can. And Palace, we can beat. They lost today as well, but okay, they're concentrating on Europe, obviously the conference. That's important. That's Thursday, second leg. But I think we were at home against them as well, G-Tech. I know Liverpool's away at Anfield, but I still think we can beat them. But I think we can beat Palace as well, hopefully at home. It's just City, I feel we ain't going to get anything from. I think there's no chance of getting anything from City. That's the only one, really. But we'll see anyway. You never know with us. You just never know. Dango Matara had a good chance within the opening 30 seconds of the game when 2 West Ham tackles ricocheted kindly back to the Bees. And Matara picked up the loose ball and fired a shot from the edge of the area towards the far post. But it whistled just wide. West Ham went close to the opener 7 minutes in when Sepp Vandenberg let the ball run past him. Yeah, it's not great from him. That was poor. He can do that. He's not. I'm still not totally sure about Vandenberg. I'm really not. But anyway, only for Pablo to intercept and charge in on goal. The Dutch defender did well to recover. Yeah, I guess you can say that. Putting off the hammers forward as he managed to get a shot towards goal, which Quiven Kelleher parried away. Another good save from Quiven again. Really good. And another clean sheet for him. Brilliant. Yeah. We could have conceded a few goals. But, I mean, they had the goal disallowed, as I say. But at the end of the day, it's a clean sheet. Clean sheet for him, clean sheet for the defence at the end of the day. The hosts took the lead on 15 minutes after some brilliant play from Keane Lewis Potter on the left wing. He had a good game as well, Keane Lewis Potter, very good game. I still don't think he's a left wing back as such, but yeah, I thought he was great. The former Hull City man beat his old teammate Jared Bowen before whipping a superb ball to the far post. Michael Chiodi charged in to meet it after the ball struck the post and rebounded back towards the right back. Mavropanos was forced to turn it into his own net. I thought it was Chiodi who finished it, but of course it was Mavropanos, put it into his own goal in the end. The Hammers hit the post almost immediately after the kick-off. A cross from Al Haji Malik Diouf was controlled well by Tati Castellanos. He wriggled into some space and bent a side-footed shot towards the corner, which clipped the outside of the woodwork. The West Ham thought they had equalised on 21 minutes when Mavropanos headed in from inside the 6-yard box. The cross was played towards the far side of the box. Great cross, actually, that was as well. And was met by the centre-back. But he had mistimed his run, and VAR ruled the goal out for offside. Inches in that, I think it's actually just inches. It was only just offside. But still, a bit of a let-off for us, let's be honest. An action-packed start continued when Mikael Damsgaard was left wondering how he hadn't made it 2-0. I wondered how he hadn't made it 2-0, to be quite honest. Yehor Yamulia clipped a teasing ball over the top, which Mads Hermansson came out of his box to head away, but only as far as his compatriot. The midfielder drove towards what was now an open goal. And how he missed, I don't know, and took aim from the edge of the box. His shot beat the recovering defenders, but drifted just wide of the post. He probably should have scored there, let's be honest, but anyway. Tati was denied by the frame of the goal again on the half-hour mark, when his header from a corner looped towards the back post and bounced off the woodwork, before the Bees gratefully cleared away. Another fantastic chance came and went. This time for Brentford, Matias Jensen found space on the edge of the box and clipped a pinpoint pass to the far post, where Lewis Potter had pushed forward to meet it. His close-range header was stopped well by Hermansson's trailing leg before Mavropanos cleared off the line. Vandenberg was inches away from his first goal of the season with a header of his own from a Chiodi long throw as he glanced just wide of the West Ham goal. Yeah, not far away. Tati had his third effort of the game when he picked up the ball in space and 30 yards out sent a thumping effort towards goal. It swerved towards Kelleher, who did well to beat it over the bar. Yeah, another good save from the man. Brilliant goalkeeper. He really is, Quiven. And I mean, there's talk about Liverpool trying to buy him back, maybe, and I hope they don't. I want us to keep him. I think he's an absolutely quality goalkeeper. And be up to you, Mel. Hope you're well, my friend. Great to see you in here again, Mel. Always welcome, of course. Obviously, you lot won very well, 3-0 in the first half. You were 3-0 up. Why you didn't go on to get more, I don't know. You just took the foot off the gas, put the handbrake back on in the second half, and should have got more, but you didn't go for it. You didn't. And that United TV, I think that's Rich, isn't it? It's got to be Rich. Anyway, big up Mr. B. Big up to you, my friend. Hope you're good. Enjoyed the stream. great calling. I wish I would have come on, but I obviously in the end I got watching something else, and I was going to hop on there, but of course it was too late by the time I got on the live chat. So unfortunately, mate, I don't know, it might not be you, it might be someone else. I'm trying to think. But anyway, if Richie's in here anywhere, then that's why. I was going to come on the call-in. And unfortunately, no, I think that is Rich, because that's your new channel, isn't it? The other one was got something happened with that, so I'm sure that's yours anyway. But right, let's get back to this anyway and carry on. Brentford won a penalty in the 52nd minute as Watara was brought down inside the area. The forward squared up Juve before skipping past him and going down under the West Ham man's sliding tackle. Thiago stepped up, stuttered, sent Hermanson the wrong way, and netted his 22nd goal and 8th penalty of the Premier League season. So, yeah, he's good at scoring penalties, but there we go. It's always a fucking penalty, and I want to see him get goals in open play, you know. But he don't seem to be. I don't know why. I don't know what's happened to him with that. But anyway, I suppose he's still scoring. You've got to give him that. And he's only still behind Haaland, just behind Haaland. So what more can you say? You can't moan too much. Watara had a similar chance to the one he almost scored within the opening minute. As he looked to bend one past the Hammers keeper and into the bottom corner. Just like his previous effort, it went inches wide. West Ham hit the woodwork for the 4th time of the afternoon when Crescencio Somerville weaved his way into the Brentford box. Great play from him. I think maybe we were after him, linked with him. I don't know if we still are, Crescencio Somerville. If they do happen to go down, maybe we will make a bid for him, maybe. I'd love us to get Jared Bowen. I'd love to get Jared Bowen as well. He would be amazing for us. But that's another thing. If we can get this Somerville as well, I rate him. He's quite dangerous. Should have scored, really, hit the bar. Great run. Weaved his way into the Brentford box and curled towards the top corner, but his effort bounced back down off the crossbar. Yeah, Yarmulia slipped as he attempted to clear, bringing down Pablo in the process, but the referee waved away the penalty appeals. Got a bit lucky maybe there. It was 3-0 to Brentford with 10 minutes to play. Positive passage of play saw Lewis Potter and Jensen combine on opposite sides of the pitch before the former passed to Damsgaard, who spun away from the West Ham defender and passed the ball delectably into the bottom corner. Yeah, nice little class, little finish, but through the legs of the defender and under the goalkeeper's sort of hand into the corner. Very good, nice, sly little finish. Little, clever finish. As the game ticked into added time, Kaya Furo was brought on for his Premier League debut. Yes, well, only a few minutes, if that. Probably, I don't think he even touched it, to be honest. While Josh De Silva also came on, only a few minutes to go for his first appearance in 822 days. Amazing. Receiving the deafening applause from the B supporters. Yeah, no wonder. He's had a rough time, this guy. Been out a very long time, had so many injuries. I thought he was an excellent player when we had him. I think played the Championship, maybe lower. I think League One maybe as well. He was playing for us then. And he was absolutely superb, but unfortunately he's just had so many injuries. The guy has been so unlucky, it's unbelievable with his injuries. So I'm happy for him anyway that he's back. And we kept him on. We gave him a new contract, and you can see why. I mean, the guy's got a lot of skill. He's got a lot of ability, but just hasn't been able to show it because he's had so many injuries. The midfielder helped see out the victory for Andrew's side, who also secured their 10th clean sheet of the season, with the 3 points taking him up to 6th in the Premier League table. Brentford 4-3-3, this is obviously the lineups: Kelleher, Coyote, Vandenberg, Collins, Lewis Potter. Hickey came on for him in the 90th, so at least he came on as well for a few minutes. Yarmoliuk, Jensen, Damsgaard, De Silva came on for him in the 90th. Sharda, Aya came on for him in the 80th. Again, a little bit invisible. Sharda, I don't know what happened to him again. Not great. I think he's definitely got to go. So my guy Sharda, I'm afraid he has to. Thiago, Ouattara, Furo came on for him. Sorry, guys. In the 90th minute, subs Valdemarson, Pinnock, Nelson, Yanel, and Donovan. Again, why Donovan didn't get a chance, I don't know. Really ain't got a clue. Yanel could have come on. Even Nelson, but no. No, none of them came on. West Ham 4-3-2-1. Hermanson, Walker Peters, Wan-Bissaka came on for him in the 65th. Mavropanos, Dizazi, Juve, Adama came on for him in the 75th. Adama Traore. Of course, Suchet, Fernandez, Bowen, Magassa came on for him in the 88th. Pablo, Somerville, Scholes came on for him in the 88th. And Tati, Costellanos, of course, Wilson came on for him in the 65th. Subs, Areola, La Madrid, whatever his name is, La Madrid, Tadibo and Kante. Attendance at the GTEC, 17,194. Brilliant. Andrews, the fans were sensational. Head coach Keith Andrews reserved special praise for the Bees fans following Saturday's 3-0 win over West Ham. I'm not sure where to start, to be honest, Andrews admitted. It was really special. I loved the energy from the off. The fans were sensational and understood the magnitude of the game for us. This was a huge game for us. I stressed to the players and the importance of us needing to win. We needed to find a way to win, and we did. We performed pretty well and not had the points we deserved. It's nice to get the win. Damsgaard reflects on West Ham win. Brentford midfielder Mikael Damsgaard gave his thoughts on the Bees' performance, the win, and his goal on Saturday afternoon. We played a good game. We knew it was going to be tough, he said. We've had some good performances where we've been struggling to get the wins. It was really nice to get the 3 points today. On his goal, he added, Keno played me in. That's Keno spotter, of course. And I found a shot between the legs. It was nice and a good way to finish the game. I'm very, very pleased. There are 3 games left. So, yeah, just 3 games, of course. And we're fighting for the best possible finish. Which is good. Good to hear. So let's go to the player ratings. And right, let's go to them. And it's a good one. It's a happy, positive player ratings this time. You know, because we did win. We won 3-0, clean sheet, 3 points. And that's what we definitely needed. And it's important. I'm glad we got that. We had to. It was so important to get those 3 points. And win again at last in front of our own fans. Brilliant. Anyway, Queven Kelleher, clean sheet. What more can you do? He had a really good game again, made some very good saves. As I say, I would be so pissed off if Liverpool tried to get him back. Tried to re-sign him. No, we're not having that. We're not letting this guy go. He's a proper goalie. We needed a better goalie than what we had. Mark Flecken, well, I don't know. He's a poor excuse. Yeah, people will say, look at his stats, look at how well at times he done, kept, various saves and that, but he still let so many in as well. He still made so many cock-ups, Mark Flecken, and you can't excuse that. I mean, this guy has hardly made any cock-ups. And, you know, you can say, oh, look, he was a bit dodgy when he started, bit shaky to begin with, but that's to be expected. He has been a number 2, let's be honest, number 2 for a lot of his time at Liverpool. Behind Alisson, you know, he's had no chance to really always shine. And when he did play, he was amazing for them. So, I mean, that's why we took that opportunity to get him. You know, we took the opportunity to get him because we couldn't let that go because he was amazing. He's an amazing keeper. And we got to keep him no matter what. We've got to fight Liverpool off or anyone that wants him, you know. And I think we can. I really hope we can. I mean, I'm going to give him a 9. A clean sheet. I mean, yes, there was a goal disallowed. They hit the woodwork 4 times, but a clean sheet's a clean sheet, and you save what you can save, which he saved. Pretty much all of them. So a 9 for Kelleher. Definite 9. Let's go to our defenders. Yeah, we'll start with Coyote again, of course. Michael Coyote had a really great game again. What a great game, and probably could have had a goal. It was an own goal in the end. Mavropanos got to it ahead of him. Own goal. But he was there or thereabouts. He was always going forward, motoring forward. Great long throws, of course, as usual. Great at the back. Really great. I'll give him a 9 as well, but not man of the match. But I'll give him a 9. As I say, they're going to get top marks mainly here. I mean, the thing is as well, we will say, well, West Ham actually played well in that game. And, you know, I can't say they were bad. I can say we played really well as well. Although I don't think we were actually up to our very best. But it's good to win a game and not being really, really great. Because we don't always do that. When we played really well, we never always won a game. We never got the goals. We never got the luck. Not always, you know, managed to do something. So to be honest, you know, to get a win when we weren't quite at our very best, I think he's brilliant. I love that. I think that's amazing. And, you know, and he's part of that. And he was great again. So 9 all day long. Let's go to Nathan Collins, who actually was quite good. I don't think I see him make any bad mistakes this time. No really bad errors between him and Kelleher or anything. Yeah, I'm going to give him an 8. Not quite a 9, but yeah, an 8. I think he was really tight, really good. Had a really solid game. Yeah. No, you know what? I'm going to give him a 9 as well. I'm going to give him a 9. Fuck it, I'm giving him a 9. Let's get to his other centre-back partner. Seth Vandenberg, yes, I know he had a good chance to score, nearly scored. We had kept a clean sheet. He has made some errors again. I thought 1 or 2 in the game. Until he irons those out, I'm still not totally sure about him. I can't give him a really, really low mark. I thought about it. But there's just something here with this guy. I'm not totally certain that he's a really amazing player for us. So I'm going to give him a 7. People can moan and say, "Oh, what's wrong? Why not an 8 or 9 or whatever?" He kept a clean sheet. He's, I just think there's still some things I don't like it about this guy. He don't seem the finished article by any means, and that's why you can see he couldn't get games at Liverpool. Yes, I know they've got a lot ahead. They've got a lot of good, well, generally fairly good defenders. I think they've been shocking this season with their defenders a lot of the time, Liverpool. But the fact this guy still can't get in that team, well, that tells me a lot. And he's been put off on loan a lot. So go figure. So, yeah, I'm still not sure about him, so I'm giving him a 7. There was a few subs. Aya came on. Couldn't do a lot. Didn't have a chance. Give him a usual average 5. Didn't come on do much. Well, he was only there to probably shore up the defence, I guess. Anyway, keep it at 3-0. Who else came on? Who else? Aaron Hickey. I think he came on about... Yeah, I think he was a 90th as well. So, again, couldn't do much. Didn't have a chance to do anything. I'll give him a 5 as well. Yeah, 5. I think that was about it for there. Of course, sorry, Lewis Potter. Yeah, he was classed as a left wing back again, I think. But I'll get to him in a little while. Let's go to the midfield and Yarmouth. Pretty good game, actually. I thought he was really good in this game. I'll give him an 8, actually, in this one. I thought he had a very good game. A very good game. So, yeah, I thought an 8 for him. Damsgaard. Great game. Amazing. Superb. Should have scored. Open goal. Really should have put that one away. But I thought he was incredible in this game. Absolutely awesome. I'm going to give him a 10, actually. And man of the match. I thought he was superb. Mikael Damsgaard. I really do in this one. Absolute class. Absolute quality. World-class player. Another one we can't afford to lose. We can't afford to let this guy go. Because he's some player. So 10. 10, I thought he was great, pulling the strings. And yeah, you can say we weren't always in the game. So when he was, though, he was amazing. Scored a good goal in the end as well. Very nice little goal, tidy goal. So yeah, 10 all day long. Man of the match, Yanel. I don't think, did he come on, Yanel? I don't think he did. No, he didn't. Jordan Henderson didn't play any part. Matias Jensen, yeah, I thought another very good game from him. Very good game. I'll give him a 9. I thought he was really good, really great again, Matias Jensen. And he's one we're talking about extending the contract. So let's hope we do. I think he's had a really great season, to be honest. 30 now. But I think there's a lot still left in him to come. I think at least maybe 4 or 5, 6 seasons in him still, maybe. So, yeah, a 9. Really, really great performance. De Silva coming on, made up for him, brilliant. But what did he do in the last, well, it's just 90-odd minutes. You can't say a lot, but for coming on, to have him actually play a game, be on part of a game, I'll give him a 6. I can't give him any more because he didn't do much, so didn't have a chance to. But to have him actually play a game is incredible. So I don't think there was anyone else that came on there. Let's get to the forwards. Kevin Sharder, no, not great again. Not great again. No, I don't know what's happened to this guy. No confidence whatsoever. Doesn't want to be here, I don't think. Doesn't want to play for Brentford. I think he's got to go. I really think he's got to go. And that's a shame because he has got ability, no doubt. But where? Where's it gone to? And where is this guy hiding? Took him long enough to take him off again, though. What was it, 80-odd minutes or something? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I think he's got to go. I'm going to give him a 3. I just don't know what's happened to him. I just don't know. But he's got to go, I'm afraid. He's one of those that's got to go. Hopefully we can catch in on him. I really do. Kaya Furo came on, of course, as we know, but didn't have a chance to do anything, so 5. I think he came on 90-odd minute as well, so no, didn't have a chance. 5. Thiago did score a penalty. Problem is, I don't know what else he done in the actual game. I don't think he was a total standout, but yes, he got the goal. But I'm going to give him an 8 because he's still doing something. He's still scoring. I wouldn't say he's been amazing lately, but still scores a goal. An important goal. It gave us the 2-0 lead we needed. We needed to get it over the line to make certain of the game. His penalty done that. So, yeah, I'll give him an 8 still. But I still want to see more from him. I really do. Ratara, I thought, had a very good game again. Pretty dangerous. He looked very good. I'll give him an 8. I just think there's still something lacking with his final ball or shot. So, yeah, just an 8. I thought Lewis Potter was really good, actually, and a really great game. And you know what? I'm going to put him. He's going to share man of the match for me. I thought he was great. He's going to be him and Damsgaard man of the match. Both 10. I thought he's one of his best games. Lewis Potter was superb. So yeah, I'm giving him a 10 as well. Him and Damsgaard, joint man of the match. Yeah, I think that was about it. Yes, that's the player ratings. So let's move on to talk about the extensions, player extensions. Well, although actually I will actually talk about Thiago first. I think I'll talk about Thiago first. So let's get that up. Hold on a minute. Not that. Yeah, I think we'll talk about this man first. Obviously, transfer speculation surrounding him. And let's got comments here from Daniel. Be up to you, my friend. Hope you're good. Hope you're good, buddy. Apologies for not talking, not going into your comments yet. I've obviously was getting through a few things, obviously the preview and so forth. Hi, Steve. Hi to you, my friend. Hope you're good, buddy. Hope you're good. Sorry I couldn't watch. I was busy. No worries. It's always no problem. You can always watch it on playback, of course. So there's no issues. There's no biggie there, mate. No biggie, my friend. I was working, of course. Yeah, we all have to work, mate. At the club store. Oh, right. Yeah. Nice one. My son has cancer. Oh, that's not nice. That's not good. No, that's not nice. How old is your son? That's not good that he's got cancer. Not good. What form of cancer has he got? Yeah, I'm cool, mate. I'm cool. Yeah, no, it's not good. That's not good, though. That's not good news. Your son's got cancer. It's terrible. I think he's quite young, isn't he, your son? It's a shame, man. He's got it. And let's go to. I mean, there was talk about Arsenal. Apparently, they're looking at him, but I know there's this one. Hold on a minute, guys. Lung cancer. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry. That must be terrible for you. Must be horrible. Sorry, this is my son's iPad. Oh, right, yeah. No worries. No worries. That's really sad. Feel sorry, mate. Really do. It's laggy. Yeah. Right. So anyway, going back to this though. So let's go to this one first. Chelsea transfer news. Eagle Thiago inquiry made by 4 clubs. Asking price suggested. Chelsea are reportedly one of 4 clubs to have inquired over the availability of Brentford forward Eagle Thiago. After missing a large portion of 24-25 with a serious knee injury, Thiago has returned and become one of the best strikers in the Premier League. A total of 21 goals and 1 assist have been contributed from 34 appearances. Well, it's more now. It's 22, obviously, or 25, whatever. Putting Brentford in contention for European qualification. Holding a contract until 2031, the newly capped Brazil international is tied to the Bees in the long term, and there have been no suggestions that he is interested in an exit. Nevertheless, as per ESPN Brazil journalist Felipe Silva, Brentford face a fight to fend off interest in the 24-year-old. Chelsea considering Thiago approach. The report suggests that Chelsea have already made initial contact to determine Thiago's potential availability. Atletico Madrid, AC Milan and Juventus are also said to be interested in negotiating a deal for the player. There's nothing about Arsenal here, actually. However, it is emphatised that the latter 2 Serie A giants will struggle to meet Brentford's demands, with an alleged £80 million asking price having been set by the club. That's a lot. I would actually say 100, but saying that, I'm still not totally sure he's worth it. I'm still not totally sure what he's actually done lately. Just penalty scores. He scored. What else? I'm not totally sure. But, you know, if you're going to go, if he scored like 22 goals this season, well, I would say at least 100 mil, really. At this point in time, Thiago is fully focused on trying to guide Brentford to a top 6 finish. And a victory over West Ham on Saturday afternoon, so this was obviously cut 2 or 3 days ago, would see them take a major step towards achieving that target. He is also attempting to secure a place in Brazil's squad for the World Cup. Can Brentford keep Thiago? Everything may be dependent on whether Brentford qualify for the Europa League or Champions League. If certain things happen with regards to Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace in the current European campaigns. Brentford have always been praised for their transfer business, and they would likely have someone who they view to be a ready-made replacement if Thiago were to leave. There would also be question marks over whether Thiago is worth 80 million. Yep. One successful season in the Premier League does not necessarily mean that clubs would take the gamble. However, from Brentford's perspective, his goal return makes him worth that much to them. Yeah, it's true. I agree. But still, I'm still not sure I see enough from him at times in the game. Yes, he's got the goals. Yes, he has scored. But sometimes, where is he? Where's he gone? Right. So let's go to this now. Talking about it a bit more, discussion on Reddit. And this is obviously a lot of Bees fans and so forth on here. Discussion. It is being widely reported by ESPN Brazil that Brentford are pricing Brazilian international Igor Thiago at 80 million slash 90 million euros. Do you believe the Brazilian is worth this much? Somebody here saying Faust Arpeggi. Chelsea flop written all over him. 2 days ago this was. Moto Michele. Moto Michele. I don't think so. Looks like a Villa fan. Yeah, I think there's a Villa badge there. I don't think so. His number one attribute as a player is his decision making. He just makes the right decision time after time after time. He's not the quickest, stronger, or most technically gifted, although he is fairly decent in all those areas. But he makes good decisions quickly, and that's just really useful for any team. I guess, yeah, you're probably right. If his best attribute is decision making, then he'd never choose Chelsea in the first place. No. That's Jam Nut. Looks like a Newcastle fan. Deserved 83. Looks like Leeds 2 days ago. Absolute poetry. Rat 2 83. Genuinely thought that's where Moto was going with their comment. As a Brentford fan, I can assure you his decision making is far from his best attribute. Honestly, I'd say his decision making can be quite frustrating. I agree. His best attribute is his work rate. Yep, that's true. He works like an absolute dog at both ends of the pitch. I guess you can say that. I still want him to do more up the other end. I've truly not seen anything like it. Another Bees fan, yeah, especially against Man United on Monday. Decision making was appalling. Yeah, still don't know how he didn't score. Exactly, totally. How he didn't score. He was poor when he had those chances. He had so many chances, couldn't score one of them. And versus Arsenal, if he'd had just looked for the final pass instead of shooting at every sight of goal, he'd have assisted 3 tap-ins and we'd win the game. Exactly. Thing is that he was being too selfish. That's what you get being a striker. Sometimes you're too selfish, you know. So, Daniel, I don't think he's leaving. Well, I hope not, but you never know. You never know, mate. With this speculation, you never know. Forest fan here again. Does he remind you of Ollie Watkins? I wonder. Great athletic qualities, superb work rate, constantly earns big chances, but at key moments it feels like he rolls a set of dice and either fucks up comically or scores a brilliant goal. Exactly. Yeah. Again, I can agree with that. Watkins is a bit different because we initially played him at left wing and then moved him into a striker. The season we ended up selling him to Villa, and the striker of the season we ended up selling him to Villa, and of course that was in a very fluid front three with Bramo and Benrahma in the Championship. So the three of them just kind of pissed that league. His biggest problem was not turning up at the big moments, more so than decision making, from what I remember of his time with us. So there we go. Even sort of questioning Ollie Watkins as well there. So, you know. Absolutely this is Seamus Park, obviously Bees fan. Absolutely this. Arguably his decision making has cost him having about 5 or 6 more goals than he currently has on his total. Exactly. Edit, he could have had 3 goals in the United game alone with sharper choices. If I recall from watching the game, I totally agree with that, 100%, 100%. And he'd have a handful of assists too. Absolutely spot on. That's another Bees fan. As a football fan, effort is what I want to see above anything else. Other stuff can be improved. Nothing more frustrating than watching a player be a passenger in a game. I still think he is at times. I still do. I know people say about his work rate. I get all that. But I'm not totally sure he always is. It always is in the game. Just want to see some more of these. There's others that got more replies to these. You don't have to burn Chelsea like that, bro. Maybe you should sign for Newcastle and get played in midfield like Voltemada. Yeah, go and join Vista as well, eh? Yeah, he's a lump of shit. And they're going to try and sell him now, Newcastle. What a surprise. I'm not totally surprised with that at all, because he ain't good enough. Pure striker with lots of goals. No, right back. Let's see. Comment has been removed. Where did we get to here? Yeah, that one. Read that. 100%. Even when he's having a bad game and not scoring, he's winning a lot of defensive headers and being a nightmare off the ball. Yeah, sometimes I don't see that, though. I'm sorry, I don't. Sounds a lot like Diego Costa, maybe. Diego Costa was very strong, to be honest. Yeah. He was an absolute shithouse as well, let's be honest, Diego Costa. He liked to, fuck around with the defenders. One-on-ones, he liked to, try and be an arsehole, basically. Costa. It's also fair to say he had that dog in him. Yeah, exactly. His decision-making is actually quite poor, yeah. I agree. He looked pretty quick whenever I watched him, to be honest. Yeah, he's got a turn of pace when he gets going. Well, joining Chelsea would go against his decision-making. Ha ha. His best attribute is scoring penalties. Yes, well, we know. Chelsea flopped with a resurgence for a club similar in stature to Brentford, sold for a £40 million loss. He is too old for Chelsea. They are obsessed with youth. But 24, that's still pretty fucking young, let's be honest. I mean, yeah, come on. As a Chelsea fan, this wouldn't surprise me one bit. Our club's mad. I'd take him over to that. Well, of course, he's more of a success than Delat, let's be honest. I'll bring you Kuba out of retirement and replace Delat. Yeah. It's a fuck off price. Ultimately, he's worth whatever people want to pay for him, and he's had a prolific season in a market short of quality strikers. It's Brighton and Belieber last year. It's the price you put on a guy as another 14 that says it's not that we're refusing to sell you to a big club. It's just that we think you're amazing. And then you get another year out of him and sell him to a big club. Except this time, Belieber threw a massive strop and threw the towel in back in August. Has been a liability all year and twerked so hard for United, he's managed to knock money off the price, being so shit, as well as ruining a year of his own development at a young age. Always a huge risk, and now it's done, others will follow suit. And they'll lose maybe 10 million off what United would have paid for him last summer. They were never going to pay 100 million, which is why they didn't, pay it. And they had him for the year instead of not having him. They couldn't predict exactly how he'd react. He reacted badly, and it still didn't turn out that bad. Right move with limited downside, and it could have gone the other way, and they could have actually gotten 100. Another reply there. That's why your club made a deal with Caicedo. It works when there's a gentleman's agreement. Chelsea and Brighton never seem to get the message. Fans will slate you. Say the player's overpriced and you're holding him hostage. Swear they'd never pay that fee and then end up paying it anyway. They don't understand fuck off pricing. So what he's saying there, obviously, he's saying fuck off, we're not selling him, I guess. Fair response, 20-plus Premier League goals for a mid-table side. Chasing Europe is priceless. Considering the money you can gain from these competitions if you get to the business end of the competition. Without any criticism of you, I think people will always upvote anyone who mentions this concept. But this isn't a fuck-off price. Brentford and all clubs like them will always sell their players if a high bid comes in. It's the model. And no shade to them. That's how you grow into a team that is able to do it less. They showed that with Bramo, and less compellingly Vissa. This is just the particularly high price you offer in the expectation that any final negotiated price will maybe be 70 million. I think that's fine for a young striker who scored a goal every 139 minutes of play for a mid-table team that doesn't have tip-top playmakers. None of them have more than 4 assists. I don't know how you're getting a 20-goal striker for less than 80 mil. No. If Strand Larsen is 48 million, this lad would be at least 150 to 200 million. I hate this kind of logic. One bullshit deal shouldn't become the benchmark for all market values. It isn't the only bullshit deal, though, is it? Isaac, 125 million. Wirtz, 100 million. Eze, 68 million. Sesko, 66 million. The list is endless. Isaac deal was pure robbery. I wonder if he'll have one good season at Liverpool before he goes. In a sense, I agree, but I'm afraid that's how capitalism works. Well, he paid X amount for him, so my boy is worth at least Y. Blame PSG and Neymar. The market has been broken since then. That's about it, I think. Well, for that. Sesko cost around 75 million, Gyökeres around 66, and Voltemada also around 75. If that is the rate for unproven strikers coming from abroad, sense that they would change this much for someone with 20 plus. Makes sense that they would change this much for someone with 20 plus league goals. Exactly, especially with how rare good strikers are nowadays. What's happened now? I remember 10 years ago they were saying there's no good defenders anymore. Now it's strikers. Well, I guess that's happened in that 10 years. Well, I guess that's what's happened is that 10 years ago there were lots of good strikers, and now there are lots of good defenders. Sorry, I'm Michael Owen. As a Villa supporter, if we actually had it, £90 million would be worth it for someone that can score penalties. Tielemans had an amazing pen record for us, but I know he crumbled somewhat taking penalties for you. In my mind, though, he was a sure thing from the spot. Maybe he can get it back. I think the guy's lost it with his legs when it comes to power of shots. Rarely even attempts the screamers he used to score for you. Even what about Tielemans here? Even close shots don't seem to generate much power. So I can imagine that's also translated to penalties. If Thursday's game goes to penalties, we're out. Can I interest you in one Anthony Gordon, barely used? We'll take him, probably. Brentford. Agreed, at least Gyökeres had shown he could do it somewhere. Sesko and Voltemada had only 13 and 12 goals respectively in the Bundesliga. And Bundesliga tax is stark. Werner with his 95 goals in 159 games. How he done all that? Fucking number shit he is. Timo Werner. Haller got 24 in the season. Weghorst 59 in 118. Kramaric, Sancho. Not saying not saying they were bad punts because they were young, but so is Thiago. Probably not, but he's a proven Prem goal scorer and Brentford need him. If he's worth that much to them, why would they sell him for less? Exactly. And there's a definite drought of strikers, so supply and demand and all that. Anyone who scored 20 plus goals in the Premier League is worth 70 to 80 million, so this is about right. Like Visser, right? Visser, yeah, fuck that, fuck off. Was the last year of his contract, I think. He also extended his contract earlier this year until 2031, yeah. If there was only one window to sell him, left the price would be much lower. How many were pens, though? I generally don't know. Well, fucking loads. Hogan, Watkins, Tony, Visser. Brentford do know how to upsell their strikers. Yes, true. One of these is like not the others. They all left with more pay. Pay. Yeah. They leave little room for more Depay. Plus Andre Gray. Yeah. Watkins should be out of this list. He's good. He has 11 league goals with like only one penalty. Has been crucial for Villa's Europa League run and has a very high work rate. No, that's the price to put clubs off. That price is just going to turn Chelsea and United on even more. If Visser was 55 million, this guy is worth a Spanish release clause. First £1 billion transfer. No. I'm only going to read a few more, guys. This has gone on quite a while. Considering how few top tier number 9s there are, this price isn't too surprising. But it's still just a starting point for negotiation. I could see him going for 50 to 60 mil, though. There really aren't that many proven Premier League goal scoring strikers. When Brentford set a price, it's the price. Ask Manchester United, how much we negotiated the price down for Bramo. Same reason that the Vista sale went to the last minute too. It's the reason we hold on to our talent for a bit longer than other selling clubs. Yeah, I think that'd be it for that, guys. I think we've gone into that enough there with that. We've drained that of everything. So, what do people think? Is he worth it? Is he going? I don't think he's going to go yet. I think we may get one more season out of him. I think so. West Ham should have got a goal. No offence. Well, no, I agree. I do agree. I think he should have, mate. You know, definitely. I think they should have. But I think I might go to bed anyway. Yeah, cheers, man. Thanks for coming in the live chat. You're always welcome. Hopefully you can come back. I mean, I'm doing one again tomorrow. You know, probably another transfer one or something. Obviously got to do a preview for the City game sometime this week. Anyway, with this, I think he's going to stay at least one more season, Thiago. I can't see him going just yet. I really can't. He signed a new deal, let's be honest. He seems to be happy at the Bees. I think he's got to find out what more there is from him. I don't think he's totally done it this season. I know he's got all these goals, but I think his all-round game still needs to improve. So I think one more season at least, and then let him go. And it could be a lot of money. It could be nearly 100 mil then, and really get a load of money for him, you know? Over 100 mil maybe. But anyway, let's get to the other players I want to talk about before I bounce, because it's 12 a.m. now. Obviously, time's getting on. Anyway, let's get to get rid of that. Hold on a minute. We'll get rid of this, the background. We'll talk about, obviously, we've got Rico Henry and Matias Jensen, of course, to talk about. Are they going to get new deals? Are they going to get extensions? Well, I hope they do. But I'm going to go into this article that obviously talks about it a lot more. This one here. Brentford set to agree contract deals with 2 players. Brentford set to secure Matias Jensen and Rico Henry futures. Brentford have rarely been a club that drifts into contract uncertainty without a plan. That matters here because the expected decisions on Matias Jensen and Rico Henry say plenty about how they intend to approach another important summer. The club intends to trigger the options in both players' contracts, extending their stays until 2027. That gives Brentford control, protects asset value, and just as importantly, keeps 2 trusted senior figures inside the squad that could yet have European football to think about next season. Exactly. Jensen remains central to Brentford's balance. Matias Jensen turned 30 earlier this year, but this has not been a season of decline. Quite the opposite. The Brentford midfielder has remained a significant part of the side, contributing 5 goals and 3 assists across 38 appearances. Those numbers matter, yet they only tell part of the story. Jensen brings structure, decision-making and rhythm to a team that often relies on tactical clarity rather than individual chaos. Brentford have built much of their Premier League success on players who understand roles, spaces and timing. Jensen fits that model neatly. Extending his deal until 2027 would not feel sentimental. it would be logical squad management. Rico Henry nears return after injury setback. Rico Henry's situation is slightly different, but no less important. The left back has been sidelined by a hamstring problem, though he's now nearing a return. Before that injury in February, Henry has been in excellent form, offering Brentford pace, width and defensive reliability on the left side. At 28, Henry should still have prime years ahead of him. For Brentford, triggering his option offers stability in a position where proven Premier League quality is neither cheap nor easy to find. Head coach Keith Andrews recently made his stance clear, saying that there's certainly players that I want to keep. So that we'll let that be discussed in the coming weeks, and hopefully that will work out the way we all want. Smart contract planning gives Brentford control. Brentford are heading into the summer in a strong contractual position. Josh Da Silva is the only other player out of contract, and even he has an option to extend. The rest of the squad have at least 2 years left on their deals, including Kevin Schade, who should go, I think, who has attracted interest from elsewhere in the past. That matters because Brentford can act from strength. They are not scrambling. They are not reacting late. They can access the market, strengthen where needed, and decide whether Jensen and Henry should be offered longer-term contracts beyond their existing options. Summer market could define next step. Brentford are already assessing possible additions, and the prospect of European competition would sharpen the focus. Keeping Matias, Jensen and Rico Henry would provide continuity, but the broader question is ambition. For Brentford, this summer is not simply about keeping useful players. It is about ensuring the squad remains deep, balanced, and ready for what may come next. No comments there. But yeah, I think these could be a no-brainer, keeping them. The problem I see with Rico Henry is his injury problems. He has got injury issues. And yes, he's still only 28. And yes, he's great when he comes back. He's been brilliant again this season, when he has been able to play and come back and got quite a few games in this season, to be honest. And he looks amazing, I thought. He looked superb as usual. He hadn't lost it. The pace, the interception. He's a great left back. He is quality, absolute quality. But it's his injury issues. He's got injury problems. So that would say to me, if you're going to keep this guy, you're going to pay a lot of money, extend his contract, you need somebody else's backup. So you're still going to have to pay up for a left back. Because once this guy gets injured, what we got? We got Lewis Potter, left wing back. No, not for me. Not for me. No, he's been okay there. I don't think he's been terrible, but he's not been fantastic either. And you want him going forward more than being at the back, KRP. So I think, and he's put Hickey there at left back as well. He's not a left back. He's not a left-sided player. So no, you got to get backup. I'd rather just get a new left back and get rid of him. As much as I like Rico Henry, I think he's a great player. I think he's a great guy, a great bloke. No one I've met, I've got an autograph off him. I've got a selfie. Fantastic guy, absolutely great guy. Great friendly guy, like Bramo was. And, took time out to do anything you wanted him to do. And sign autographs, have a chat, conversation, selfies, whatever. Yeah, fantastic. Most of them are them players. You know, there's no ego here. No massive ego with any of these players. So, but I think really he has to go. I think he does, I'm afraid. But I think they might just give him a new deal. I think the contract extension will happen with him. To me, though, I think we should just go all out and get a new proper left back. You know, really good left back. I know we have got them in the teams, in the squad, younger ones as well. I want to get a proper left back, though. One that we know is going to be really good and go forward well, like Rico does as well. So for me, I would actually let him go. I would let him go, but that's my opinion. But let's get to the other guy, the other player we're talking about. It's Matias Jensen. Just get to that now. I would keep this guy. I would. I think he's had a great season. He really has. 30, yeah, and then we're going to say, oh, look, you know, he's getting on a bit, he's getting this and that. Well, you look at Jordan Henderson at 35, 36. Still been amazing for us, Jordan Henderson. And this guy is still just 30. He's still got a long way ahead. He's still got at least 5-6 years in him, I would say. Maybe more if he keeps fit, keeps good, and I think he does. I think this is a no-brainer for Matias Jensen. I really do. I would definitely extend that. Maybe even offer him a new deal. As they say, the balance is important. So for me, this one, I would definitely get behind. I would definitely get behind this one. Let's offer him the contract. Let's get him an extension. And then get him a new deal, a new contract. I think it's been one of his best seasons, especially. And why are you going to let him go? Why would you? So for this one is a definite 100%. I'm backing this one. A big thumbs up, a massive tick. He's got to stay. We've got to keep him. We've got to be extension here. We need to. And it's a no-brainer. I think this one will happen as well. I think obviously unfortunately, the one for Rico will happen as well. I think probably, as I say, as much as I like Rico Henry, he's a fantastic player and a great guy. And so is Matias. I've met him as well. Another lovely guy, you know, superb. Very humble, very, you know, as I say, no egos here. There are no egos at the Bees, no egos whatsoever. But as I say, you still got to be a little bit ruthless sometimes. And the real thing that's bad for Rico Henry is injuries. So I'd let him go, and you've got to get a bit of money for him because I think he's worth, I would say at least worth 40 odd, 50 mil. He's that good. Maybe a bit more. I still think he's a top player, but it's the injuries. If he could go to a team that and he's injury free, well, you know, that'd be great. But here, that's been the problem. That's been the issue. Once he's gone, once he's out injured, we have Keane Lewis-Potter, who I still don't think should be left wing back. I think he's better going forwards. He's better left wing or left side. And you can't have Hickey there. He's not left-sided. So for me, I still want a new left back. I still want that, and I don't think that's going to happen though. I don't think that'll happen. I think he'll extend Rico's contract, and we'll keep him. But we've got to have backup. We've got to have backup for him. That's important. If he don't stay fit, you know, we're relying on KLP or Hickey maybe. But we have got other good young left backs, I think. So Meg Homer, why are we not giving him a chance? You know, I don't get it. But anyway, let's move on to the last one, the last topic. And I'm going to bounce, guys, because it is getting on now. We're after 12, getting off 12:15. So I'm going to bounce after this. It's been a really good stream. Did actually have a few in the live chat. Bit surprised, really, but it's good. I'm glad I've had a few in there in the live chat. Brilliant. Hopefully quite a few watching still, either live or on playback. But anyway, let's get on to this final topic before I go. This is an interesting one, contentious, you could say. But I'm going to throw it up to everyone anyway, especially other Bees fans. Could Brentford intentionally lose against Liverpool so that they qualify via 6th place Premier League spot? Do you think we would intentionally lose to Liverpool, guys? Do you think? I would hope not. I would hope not. The thing is also, I think Liverpool are there for the taking again. You know, they lost. They could have got a draw today. They were 2-0 down, come back to 2-2 against United. Well, yesterday, I should say. And they still lost 3-2. We beat them 3-2 before, earlier this season. I think they're beatable. I really do. I know it's Anfield, but it's not the same there this season. It's not. But anyway, would we? The question is here: could we intentionally lose that? Why would we do that? If Aston Villa wins the Europa League and finishes exactly in 5th place, their redundant Champions League spot then goes to 6th place team. So there we go. It could be Champions League, yeah. So Brentford would prefer Liverpool finishing above Aston Villa 4th. A Brentford loss could help Liverpool secure a high position via goal difference to trigger the 6th place finish. A Brentford win could also push Liverpool down, which blocks this domino effect. Replies, right. Let's look at these replies. I mean, Chelsea could go on a run and win their last 4 matches. Somebody laughing there. But Villa can't even beat Spurs. Yeah, exactly. There is that. They lost to them. Somebody saying, yeah, we are dog shit right now. If we can't beat Spurs at VP, Villa Park, is that Villa Park? Then we definitely can't win. Ain't winning against 1-0 up Forest. Feels like we have let the Premier League down. Yeah. Yeah, Villa Park. Yeah, I thought so, yeah. Why are teams so obsessed with intentionally losing? Exactly. Why? Why would we do that? Because there's incentive to do so. For a Premier League team, qualifying for the UEFA Champions League is a transformative financial event, typically generating total earnings exceeding 90 million euros to 100 million euros. $95 million, I think that is. $105 million, I think that's dollars. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, per season for successful participants. It may be fun for the fans of a smaller market team to dream of having the money to compete. Exactly. I don't see any teams being obsessed with it. It's just fans doing the mathematics to see how their team gets into big tournaments. That's what I mean. Makes a change from PSR conversations. Assuming the positions and point difference stays the same at the end, intentionally losing to Liverpool could mean Bournemouth overtaking Brentford into 6th, taking the UCL spot. Also, only if Villa actually win Europe. Edit, just realised Bournemouth is already 6th now. None of them can play kingmaker role simply because 6th to 10th is separated by only 4 points. Yeah. We aren't winning the Europa League on the back of tonight anyway, so that they won't have to worry about this. That's literally criminal, laugh out loud. It's criminal to not play at 100%. Sancho's going straight to jail. It's daft that this situation could arise. European Cup finals should always be after the Premier League season has finished. I'm surprised they don't use all 3 competitions as marketing and go European finals weekend and have one on a Thursday, one on a Friday, and the UCL final on a Saturday for maximum generation of income. Still can happen across 3 cities for each final. They used to do that when it was just the Europa League and Champions League. Europa League was Thursday and Champions League was Saturday. I'm not sure why it's changed, to be honest. Seems like the governing bodies love to constantly fuck around with formats which worked for years. This piece from the other day explains it. There's a link there. I won't go to that, though, at the moment. I'm going to do this another day, actually. I'm going to do this properly. I'm going to go into all this, to be honest, because this is quite interesting. Well, the problem for Brentford now is that they are 7th with just 3 games left. So they don't have much buffer to drop points without losing out on 6. Exactly. There is that. And City next, so that ain't easy. True, but Brentford versus Liverpool is the final game of the season, so going into the game, Brentford would know exactly the result they would need for this permutation, to be fair. It'll almost definitely still be contingent on results around them going the right way. There's no chance they'd risk missing out on Europa if something happened elsewhere. Absolutely. I don't see them throwing a game either. No, surely. Either way, personally, we was just pointing out that at the time of the fixture. It would be the final day rather than three game weeks left. If it came to it, then they'd have to lose. Champions League experience would be far more beneficial than finishing a place higher. I mean, losing deliberately is in an obvious way would presumably be some kind of match fixing. So he would have to at least go through the motions. Isn't the whole purpose of the league phase is to qualify for the next round? So if losing the game means qualification, they should lose. Brentford should do what's best for themselves. It's up to UEFA to amend its stupid rules. Can't they just rest some key starters? Virtually every player in the league has some minor knocks. So nobody can punish them for that. Oh, definitely. Whatever Brentford did, it would have to be pretty, what's that? Egregious, I think, anyway, for anyone to even investigate, let alone prove anything. All irrelevant. Forest will hold Villa to a draw in the second leg. Well, Villa are definitely winning the EL. If they finish 5th, might come down to the final day. You realise they are one goal down in the tie. Down 1 goal in the tie. Yeah, it's only 1 goal though, 1 behind. Easily get back into it. So you will be betting your house on Villa to win the EL. Well, why not? Apparently it's a piss easy competition to win. They lost the first leg to Forest. Yeah, but only 1-0, as we keep saying. 1-0 is nothing. What league did they lose? So there are only 6 Champions League places if Villa win Europa League and finish 5th. Is that not a bit stupid? Why is this? It's the order of operations for our places who are assigned. The top 4 make the UCL regardless. The next slots assigned are for the UCL and Europa League champions. If they didn't otherwise qualify, they're in. If they qualify by league position, the spot goes to another country. Finally, the slots for best league are applied. These go to the best finishers in the league that haven't already qualified for the UCL. So in this scenario, if Villa finish 5th and win the Europa, they get the second slot. They get that slot. Then the next finisher gets the UCL top 2 league slot. However, if Villa finish top 4 and win the Europa, the UCL slot for the Europa win goes to whatever country qualifier, not the Premier League. The top 2 league slot then goes to whoever finished 5th in the Premier. All of this is slightly complicated by the fact that the Europa League final is before the final match day. So Brentford will know what needs to happen. It's far too complicated. It's go, Johnny, go, go, go. Yeah. Damn, I wasn't aware of this. So us Chelsea fans also still have a tiny bit of hope of getting UCL. If Villa beat Spurs today, we might need to lose to Liverpool and win the other 3 to have a chance. Well, Spurs won it. So there's an expansion of UCL spots next season, though. No, the extra spot is from the 2 best leagues bonus, which the Prem secured a few weeks ago. It is the timing of that spot being awarded that causes the issue. I won't carry on with this. Well, these last 2, I'll do 2 more comments. Gotcha. Sounds like the math will still differ from what OP laid out, though. I'm not sure if the math is different, but the biggest issue is that for Brentford to throw the game, they have to already be locked into 6. If they aren't, the question is academic. So, but anyway, I don't think there's anyone else in the live chat, so we won't dwell on this. Well, Steph. Be up to you, Steph. Hope you're well, my lovely. Hope you're good, as usual. Great to see you in here. Have you got any thoughts on this, an opinion, comment? Because I'm going to bounce very soon, Steph, so you won't be in here much longer. Gone on long enough, to be honest. Have you got any thoughts on this? Do you think Brentford would throw this game, try to lose to get Champions League? I wouldn't think so myself. But you never know in football, do you? You just never know. And I don't think we'd do it. It wouldn't be match fixing. I mean, look, we've already had issues with players that done that. Tony. Tony. Match fixing. So, yeah, I don't think we would, Samuel. I really don't think we would throw this game and lose. No, I wouldn't. I don't think we would. But whatever we get. If it's Champions League, which I don't think it will be, fair enough. If it's Europa League, still not sure on that. Fair enough. If it's conference, which is more likely, but I'm still not sure we're going to make that either. But I would say conference maybe, Europa League or conference at least. Because we just still ain't good enough for Champions League. Yeah, it'd be a great lot of money. Be loads of money for us. Well, Europa League and conference could be a lot of money for us, but I'm just not totally sure we're going to get it. I just still got a feeling we may finish 9th or 10th, something like that. I think we'll be out of this. I mean, we've got City next. What chance have we got against City of winning that? Of getting anything out of the game? No. I think we could beat Palace. I think we could probably beat Liverpool. But City, I just got a feeling we're going to miss out. We're going to miss out a bit. It's going to be tight. It's going to be close, but I wouldn't be surprised for the likes of Brighton, Bournemouth get it. Chelsea could still do it. But I think it could be at least Brighton, Bournemouth, maybe get maybe at least Europa League and conference, maybe. I think we're just gonna be on the outskirts of that. We're just gonna miss out. I think. But we will see. We will see, guys. We will see. Follow me on Insta at Mr. B for Life 182 and subscribe to Mr. B Hive Football Chat. Please keep smashing those likes. Please keep subbing if you're new, guys. Many thanks. Get those subs going up. I'm on 231 still, I believe. I will look in a minute. I will have a check, but I think that's what I'm on. But yeah, if you can keep that going up, guys, that'd be amazing. Thanks to everyone that has managed to watch this. Apologies once again for the delay. That it was going to be a lot earlier. I mean, we're into Monday now, into the start of the week already. This was supposed to be, it was going to be 6 originally, and then 9 o'clock. And I apologise for anyone that did come on into the live chat at 9. I wasn't here, and many apologies. I should have let people know. But I thought I'd come on still. I've had to do this. I know it's late. I don't generally do late streams. But I thought I would. I thought I would do this. And especially with that, chatting about league positions, contract extensions, so forth. I thought I would do that. And Thiago, of course, I thought that was quite interesting. But I think of that thing about Europe, I'm going to do more about that. I'm going to do another stream this week about that properly. So I'll go into that more in depth, as well as other transfer ones, rumours, preview for the City game. It's all happening this week, guys. So please watch out for that. I'm going to go. I'm going to bounce. I'm going to probably head to Land and Nod. If I don't, I might watch something briefly, have a look at something else before I go to bed, but I may go to the Land and Nod. Anyway, guys, take care. I will see you in the next one, which will be today at some stage. Later on, a lot later on probably. But anyway, guys, until the next one, I'm out of here. Cheers, everyone. Take care, guys. Thanks. I'm out of here. Thank you.